Well, it is April 21st. Actually, yesterday was quite a busy day. I have to go in like twice a week to the outpatient, and it's rather interesting what they do. Well, they always have to check your blood work to see where you're at and see if you're going to need platelets or blood or whatever you're going to need. But this time we were also doing. My daughter went with me, which she always goes with me, and she's going to be, or kind of, hopefully, um, my donor. So since she's a 50 match, they need to now check her blood. So it's kind of a cute story. So we get there, and I'm so used to having my blood taken, and I have actually a pick in my arm so they don't have to poke me every time. They just take the blood, and I'm used to it. And usually they take about 5 or 6 tubes daily when I was in the hospital. So, okay, another more blood. So we get there, and geez, they start pulling out tubes, and I mean tubes of blood, tubes that they're gonna fill. And first they were doing me, and she had her normal count tubes that they normally do, like the 5. And then she started pulling out more and more and more. I had 14 tubes of blood taken yesterday. Now it was kind of cute. My daughter, like, okay, so she has to get her blood taken because she's a donor. So she sits down, and they took out these 4 tubes, and they were pretty big tubes. So they poked her and drained her, and then they came back like 10 minutes later and said, "Oh, we need more." They ended up taking 17 tubes of blood from her, which, that's a lot when you're not used to giving blood. But what they're doing is a whole workup. They have to make sure our blood gets along. They have to make sure, she's as healthy can be. And, it just, they're checking everything. But I thought it was quite funny. But I will tell you, this hospital is really great. They take me back after they take the blood. And my daughter can come with. We sit down, and they have a nice little area because you have to wait for your labs to come back to see if you need anything. And but the nurses are so wonderful, and they gave us some juice, thank God, because all that blood. But it's amazing how I see things so differently now. I mean, a little bit of kindness goes so far, and it seems like I am more apt to see the good than the bad when I meet somebody. It's not. I've always been a positive person, and I always try to see the best in people, but it's like so apparent now. It's not. I always see people as good, and it's really kind of nice to walk into a place and go, "Oh my God, you're so sweet and nice," and I mean, it's really nice, and to have that attitude. I will say a lot of my emotions have to do with the steroids that I'm on. They put you on steroids I'm on a chemo that includes steroids, and I didn't realize how much they really do this with the moods. I knew, that I'd be retaining water and a little agitated, but I did not realize they made me cry. And um, so a lot of the exaggerated moods are that. I start cutting back next week, I think Tuesday. So I'll start cutting back on the steroids, which will help a ton with my mood and my emotions. Physically, it's good. I didn't need any platelets. I didn't need any blood yesterday. So that's like, yay. I felt really good because last time I got them was Monday, I think. So that was really nice to have them actually go up instead of down. Next week's going to be a busy week. I have another a bone marrow biopsy on Tuesday. They're also going to do the lumbar thing, and I didn't realize they snap some chemo in there, which should not really be, since it's very just in the spinal fluid. It won't really affect me like getting chemo in your blood. So that's kind of where we're at today. I'm in a pretty good mood. I've really trying to move around. I cleaned today. I need to have a purpose. I can't sit here and wait, to go, as I call it, behind the double doors, which means go into transplant. I call it the double doors because in the hospital there's a set of doors, and it's air restricted, so you can't open this set of doors until that set's closed, so to speak. So kind of call it the double doors. Um, Once I go there, then that's the tough part. So, and from what I understand, this I'm going to be feeling better, and then I have to go to the hospital to feel worse. And I think that's a big emotional thing that everyone has to deal with this disease, because when they kill everything off, and you start getting it back, you start feeling good again, and you have energy, and you don't feel sick again, but you don't feel sick, and then you have to walk into that. So it's a very big emotional thing. So I really want a purpose right now. I'm really trying to stay busy, but not just busy like, I want to do things that mean something too, that and I hate saying this, but I have to say it. I mean, if I don't come back behind those double doors, I don't want this time wasted. So um so I have to think about that, and that's okay. I mean, that's all part of it. It's anyone that has cancer, anyone that has leukemia, anyone that has these kind of things, or you have to think about that. I want to make the most of what I have, and then with that, even coming back, and I'm not trying to be negative. I think it's important that I don't just say la vie, I'm going to sit, and do nothing. I want to make sure that my time is whatever it makes me feel good. It doesn't have to be purposeful for someone else. It doesn't have to be a job. It doesn't have to be a moneymaker. It just has to mean something to me when I say I need a purpose. But the cleaning this house this morning, just that made me feel good. I walked around, I cleaned the bathrooms, I cleaned the kitchen, I made a whole bunch of blueberry pancakes and froze them so I'd have something to eat. So I've starting to move around more and do more. I'm going to do hopefully a little painting. My idea is to paint some double doors. And I'm going to put those double doors up so I can look at them and decide what I want to do when I come back behind from the double doors. My life's going to be an open book. I don't have a job. I didn't have a job before I knew about this. I can do whatever I want. And there's going to be a lot of things I'm going to learn about along the way. So I think I'm, in a way, treasured to have a situation where I can be whatever I want when I come out. Some people will have jobs to go back to and things like that, and that would be nice. But in a way, I can be whatever. I mean, I can do what truly make my heart desires, whether it's painting or whatever. If that's what it is, that's what it is. And we'll figure that out. So have a fabulous day. It was a good day. I am smiling. I feel good. I'm sure that my little steroids will help later, but actually it feels pretty good today. And I think because I've been doing things, I've been doing more physical things. Not a ton. I'm not like doing jumping jacks yet, but I might. So have a fabulous day, and thank you for joining me, and I'll be back.